I was worried that the rickshaw guy would turn around, see this, but I think in Bombay, rickshaw guys are a little used to this kind of shit. Weirdest location of a hookup. So I've had like rickshaw sex. We were high, and this is not like your alcohol high. It was like, oh, the night is, the trees are lovely, this rickshaw guy is so and so. It was one of those highs, if you know what I'm talking about. I was worried that the rickshaw guy would turn around, see this, but I think in Bombay, rickshaw guys are a little used to this kind of shit.
About like 7-8 years ago, me and this guy, we found ourselves in a jacuzzi. You know, common sense would have me not do anything. It is a jacuzzi that can be entered at any point by any random person. I thought, you know what, this is like a confined water body. So why not do something? And there was like a lot of like making out. But then that making out also like started heating up, and then suddenly I found my head in a position which should not have gone to. And like I'm just in the act of doing things when the door like swings open and the security guy for the jacuzzi walks in. And that is the fastest my head is bobbed up. Our third friend who walked in did not understand what is happening, but he didn't say anything, but he said कि वो jacuzzi बंद होने वाला है अभी 10 मिनट में, आपका हो गया क्या? And I said हमारा हो गया.
I think the weirdest location I've hooked up in is a pool. It wasn't just like a regular pool. It was like some 5-star hotel pool. It was on top of the terrace and it was glass floored. So you could look right into the lobby and people in the lobby could look right up your butt. Yes, I was in that pool making out. It was interesting and weird, and it was, yeah.
I was in the midst of wooing this girl. This was around college. We went out, we had dinner, we had drinks, we were having fun. Vibes were happening, and then we were like into each other, if you know what I mean. We were roaming around and we were like just talking and like just getting kind of handsy on the road. I'm not gonna lie, it was like all that much more better. Like we were out in public. We reached a very popular Bandra establishment, and then there was like a bench right outside the place, and then we were sitting there. Well, we were talking. 5 seconds later, like one thing led to another, and she was on top of me, and then we were like making out aggressively. For the first time in my life, I was like, it, let's just go for it. Yeah, we had sex on a bench outside. Pretty much plain view of, I'm assuming, the neighboring buildings.
Space is a problem in Bombay. There's always a family member or a friend or a roommate. So like, you know, make the most of all these like spaces which you find, like cars, elevators, sometimes the terrace of your building.
We weren't thinking, so I don't think there were consequences. It just happens and you do it and you go with the flow. I know how wrong this kind of risky behavior, especially in India, can turn out. It's for the thrill of it, I don't know.
Was it a stupid decision to take? Yes. Did I ever think about what kind of repercussions it would have? No. Would I do it again? I mean, I don't know. I'm not very sure about that. YOLO.